your trust. Because there are going to be people struggling at this time. Share your faith with Jesus. Share your faith with them. As his people, this psalmist says, we must live under his wings, behind his shield. We trust that he will save us in the time of trial. That doesn't mean we act brazenly or foolish, as so many Christians I hear online or elsewhere. I'm not going to be afraid of this. I'm just going to go out and do whatever I want to do. We don't lick the floor of a tuberculosis ward. That's testing God, like we learned last week. That's not the right way either. That's a false pride. We're not called to be that person. What it does mean is that as Christians, we're called not to live in fear as those who do not know him. We're not called to live in the fear of death as non-believers. We're not called to live in the fear of losing our jobs. We're called to use this time to minister to those around us who are hurting and in need. To the single mother or father who needs someone to look after their children so that they can go to work. To the elderly neighbor who has no one to care for them and is frightened and alone. We must check in on them and make sure that they have food. We must have them over and keep them company. We're called to keep people calm when they begin to look for someone to blame and when they lose control and uncontrollable fear sets in. And point them to Jesus. Because that's what they really need to see. And there's one who loves them deeply. We need to help out in the hospitals when they're short on volunteers. We need to help out on those organizations that are bringing food to the elderly when they need help bringing food to the elderly. Our community will need our assistance. And as Christians, we have for 2,000 years answered the call in times of trial. We have looked to the Lord for our help in times of trial and reached out to help those around us. This time should be no different. Yes, we should follow our leaders. Yes, we should obey. But we should also remember that in these times, we are servants of the Lord Jesus. And we need to act like